Hi everyone, Callie here. In this video, I'm going to build and review set 40712, which is the Micro Rocket Launchpad and contains a healthy 325 pieces. It's a gift with purchase that's available from the 16th of February 2024 for a minimum threshold purchase of $200 US. The biggest thing about this set is it comes with 4 mini builds, and what we're most excited about is the Space Babies, particularly the White Space Baby. With an exclusive minifigure and nostalgia throwback, I think this will be a popular gift with purchase. I haven't been collecting Lego for very long, so I don't have that sort of nostalgia to the space theme that a lot of people have, but I was still really excited to get this because the builds look incredible and sort of versatile, and I could probably do something with them in my city and not just have them on display. I was thinking either rides for kids down by the beach or maybe put them in rides in an amusement park or an arcade or something, depending on how my city evolves over time. As I empty out the contents of the box, I'm actually surprised to see so many bags of pieces. We got, looks like 4 building stages, which is a lot for 325 pieces. We also have 2 instruction books and a sticker sheet. I didn't actually look that closely to see whether or not there were printed pieces in this, but they're not. They're stickers, so just be aware of that. One book is completely dedicated to the sort of large, sort of lunar Mars rover type thing, and then the other one is dedicated to the 3 other little builds. My enthusiasm for this build has only increased as I've opened up the box to see everything inside. It's the morning, I have my coffee, so I'm ready to get building. So stage 1 actually begins with the mini spaceship, which is just adorable, and the very first thing that you build is the blue space baby. It does include 1 sticker element in there for the space sign, and then quickly it's built and you're straight on to building up the launch pad for the rocket. This is a pretty cool little build. It starts off like flat and then it hinges up, and then you build the rocket separately and then it just sits on top. After adding some boosters at the bottom, the little build is complete and we're on to stage 2. This stage begins with the white space baby before we build up its little space station that it's in. As I was building this, I got a lot of appreciation for the primary palette that's used in these classic space sets. That transparent yellow is pretty garish color, but it looks perfect against that bright blue, and suddenly you have this gorgeous space station that just makes you happy to look at. Adding in a platform and an antenna, and suddenly the station is complete. Onto the second book, and stages 3 and 4 are completely dedicated to the rocket transport vehicle, but I saw it as more as just any sort of... The piece count isn't why this mini build is more complicated than the others, it's because it actually has kind of a Technic base at the bottom, which helps with the suspension and the way the wheels will move later. I also found that adding the wheel inserts into the tires was a little bit harder than it was just a little bit more pressure required to get it in there, and so if you've got a small child building this, they might actually need a little bit of help. Once you've added the satellite antenna, the build is complete. I'll take a closer look at the vehicle first, mostly because it's the most substantial build. Look at the way that they have the wheels sort of connected here. It allows for a lot of maneuverability, which of course you want on a space rover. Overall, I like the design of the vehicle. You've got the blue underneath with the Technic, and then you've got the transparent yellow to keep within the classic space theme. Inside we have 4 steering wheels. I'm honestly not entirely sure what they're for, but hey, good for imagination, right? The maneuverability is really what stood out to me. Just ignore the fact that I broke the model and then had to fix it, because you can go on the back wheels quite easily and glide. You can go on the front wheels and glide no problem. You can then sort of jump and down. It falls no problem. It can go on either side. It is the perfect kind of wheel structure for an alien landscape, and I think that's what's so exciting about it. The antenna can raise up so you can get a better satellite signal. It has all these like cool features that I think people will enjoy playing with. I'm just obsessed with breaking it. This doesn't represent any fragility with the model. It's just I was too excited playing with it and I was a little rough. Anyway, pop that back. You can see you've actually got some binoculars inside there, which are pretty nice little accessory as well. Moving on to the next model, and I'm going to take a look at the space station. I really like this. I think it's a super cute little module. You can see it sort of being part of a larger area. Of course, it's got the white space baby, which is everyone's favorite component. The way the feet were composed is actually really quite clever, and it's great for on a alien landscape too. It's got a nice satellite at the top, another antenna up there. This build has 3 of the stickers, so it has a lot of detail because of that as well. Overall, really nice build. I'm very pleased with it. Moving on to the rocket, which I have to say I think is the most iconic of it. Of course, that's coming from me not being a classic space Lego fan and just appreciating space. To me, it reminds me of like a mini Saturn rocket. I'm not sure if that's what we're going for, but that's what I'm getting from it. I really like the way it's got the little launch kind of pad area as well. It's not just the rocket, because that would have been enough. I'm not entirely sure what this bit is at the top. To start with, I thought it was like to hold it in place, but it seems like it's actually part of the rocket. It doesn't quite make sense because it's not aerodynamic, so maybe someone can let me know what that is for and why it's there. That is a sticker element at the bottom there. It was really easy to put on because you can put it on at an angle, so there was no pressure with that. The launch pad itself is actually pretty nice and cute, and then you can just pop that on there if you want to have it together. The final model, whee! I had to. It is the little spaceship, and that is a sticker element right there at the front for the blue space baby, and it was a lot of fun to make it like fly. I really like micro builds like this because you just get the feeling that a few parts can really create something in the world. I like how they've used those sort of three-way kind of blaster pieces to show how that would work, and it's got the pods at the bottom that shows maybe it sort of like hovers a little bit. It's a neat build. So obviously, I enjoyed the set, I like it, I like the builds, but is it worth the $200 threshold? And I would say probably yes, and here's why. You get 2 space babies, which are highly sought after. It's classic space theme, which is incredibly popular both with children and with a certain subset of adults that grew up with these kind of sets. It's also not linked to a certain time of year, like it's not Easter set, a lunar set, or something like that. So it's something people can enjoy all year round. Of course, I would love if the threshold was lower and more people would be able to get the set, or even if it would be available at the beginning of March when all the new sets came out. I think that would have been much more popular than at the end of February. But Lego is a business and they want to sell Lego sets. So I understand why they've released a space GWP right before the new sets come out. I like space, even though I haven't picked up really any Lego space sets, and I had a great time. So if you like space at all, and you were going to buy Lego, go out and get this GWP this week. The builds are really great, small, and they'll display pretty much anywhere. So I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to let me know. Also comment below to let me know if you're going to pick up this gift with purchase and what element you're most excited about. And while you take a look at this space set next to my Quinjets on my pseudo space shelf, hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any of the great content coming out in the channel soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day.